come aboard, I'm the captain. Tonight, on my bed door. Yeah, you ain't say nothing yet. Okay, put it down. Party done, can meet me outside. Ready to go, go jump in the ride. We got unfinished.
Hey, yes, you can take a break, Random Buana. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, your girl's back with another video. And guess what? It's a story time! Alright, relax. I know you've been waiting for this. So before I start the story time, don't forget to comment, like, and if you're new to the family, welcome. Yes, you welcome. Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be the first one to get the banger before it bangs. Okay, you guys. A lot has happened for the past couple of days. A lot has happened. And one of the things that has happened was that my baby sister actually got mugged at Mr. Price. Yeah. Yeah, it really happened. So this happened sometime last week. Um it was on it was on a Saturday actually. What happened was like I was at work, I was knocking off at 2. So in my mind I was like, no, since I was busy the whole entire week, when I get home I'm going to chill in my bed, I'm gonna have Doritos, I'm gonna Netflix. Like this is my day, I'm just gonna chill, flat out. So I knock off at 2. My baby sister calls me. She's like, no, she's on her way to the mall. And I'm like, okay, child, call me when you get some more because there's something that I also want from Woolies. And then she's like, oh, ooh, you buying from Woolies? I was like, yeah, girl, I'm at the Woolies state now. And then she's like, okay, child, I'm gonna call you. Sharp. How? Okay. Ngiyaphuma ke ngo 2 o'clock. I'm walking. So on that day I was like, not, let's walk. Because I was with my colleague of mine. So here we are walking out of the gate. And then next thing I get a call. It's from her. So I'm expecting this call to be something like, okay, I'm going to Woolies now. What did you need from there? Then when I pick up this call, I'm like, hello. And then she's like, I only hear like people, I can hear her voice saying to another person, can't I get a footage? Can't I see the footage? That's when it hit me like, no, shit just got real. Something went wrong. And then I'm like busy, hello, show me, hello. She's not saying anything. I just keep on hearing those two people conversing. And then she ends up, saying hello. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, my wallet just got stolen. I'm like, bitch, hold up. What? She's like, yeah, my wallet just got stolen. I'm like, whoa, how? Like, what happened? Like, that time I just stopped walking in the middle of the road. I just stood there, like, dumbstruck. I was like, how? What happened? She's like, no, I was at Mr. Price. I'm like, okay, how do you get robbed at Mr. Price? Like, there is so many people there. How? She's like, I don't know, but someone took my wallet. I'm like, okay, nice child. I'm gonna come there. So automatically I knew if they stole her wallet, that means it's Arana Maluki man. She has no transport fare. I'm like, okay, child. I'm on my way. Just hang tight. I'm coming. She's like, okay, child. So here am I busy. I'm trying to get, Joburg taxis in Yakomba Lapan. Yakomba. No taxis. One thing I've realized is once you need a taxi the most, it never shows up. And long Maluk Gibela Con, there are a lot, bruh. There are a lot. I'm sure you'll get maybe 5 taxis going to Joburg or going to the mall on that day, but you don't have money. That's how it is. So I'm busy there. Like taxi after taxi, nothing. I'm like, what? Option B right now is that I need to Uber myself there. Because the more time I waste here, I could sense on her voice the distress that she was in, how bekathenga khona, like beka confused, like when someone like you're not used to this whole thing, so you get confused. So she was like confused, like deep confused. Okay, child, I'm like to my colleague, no, my baby sister just got mad. And then I could see she's also like trying to process this, like, okay, how? Like I'm like, no, at the mall. And then she's like, okay, how do you get robbed at the mall? Like I don't even have time to like answer her questions right now because my focus is on my baby sister. Like she comes first. So I had to know, like, this is for me. This is a time for me to step up and be like an older sis and be like. So I take up my phone. I try to Bolt. Bolt is busy like searching for drivers. There is no drivers. How? So I'm like to my colleague, "Ngicela ungicheckele yakho if like you would probably get a driver." Nah, you're like, and she's like, okay, let's just walk until we get to that tree there, and then we'll take out the phone. In my mind, I'm like, yo, okay. Like you cannot put someone pressure on their phone. You can't. So I'm like, oh, okay, sharp. At that time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait till we get to the tree. I'm gonna request right now. Eventually, I get a driver, and then he was like on his way. So we eventually get to the tree, and we stood there. So I'm like looking at this car thingy moving, coming towards me. Not driving. Instead of stopping where I put the location at, he passes right through me. And I'm like, nigga. Like, I'm like in my mind, I'm like, can this day get anyways? Like, literally, can this day get anyways? And then I call him, and then I'm like, you just passed me. I'm like standing right by the tree. He's like, okay, no, sorry, I'm gonna do a U-turn. I'm like, okay, chill. He does a U-turn. I get into the Uber. Hey, bear in mind, you guys, that bald guy was cuter. Ha! And that one was a hunk. Oh, that one was a snack. But at that time, I couldn't like, you know, because my mind was like, got mugged, baby sister at the mall. But he was cute. Bear in mind, guys, I'm a yellow bones. I'm not like the yellow bone kind of person. But he was light skinned, but his light skin looked good and he had the small eyes. Yeah, and I was like, okay, okay. He was a snack. He was a snack. He was a dessert. So, yeah, okay. I got myself hyped up. So I get into the Uber and I'm like, okay, you guys. So I end up giving my colleague a lift and then we drop her off and then we continue. So he's like to me, what's the shortest way to get there? I'm like, I don't know, via the toll gate, I guess. He's like, okay, child. So like now, here am I telling him like why am I in a rush? Like my baby sister just got married, da, 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 da. And here we are having this conversation, me and him. And I'm like, God. We're having this conversation, we're talking and he's like, trying to comfort me, telling me that I shouldn't like shout at her, mangfika lapha, nah, I should be chilled, I should like ask the right questions, and like he's coaching me. In my mind, I'm like, this is couple goal shit kind of thing. If me and you were together, we're like, Chuck Norris, not Rambo. Okay, so here we are. He's like talking, talking, talking. So we pass the toll gate. So I call my sis and I'm like, I'm on my way. Just give me like 15 minutes. I'll be there. Sharp. Cool. As we're talking, how guy in my mind, I'm like, this guy is good looking. Probably guy is gonna be like, can I get your number? Probably I can check you up later on, with how the things go or in this jalo. How that day I looked good, guys. I looked good. Okay, I always look good, but on that day, I was like the pele pele. Okay, so I'm like, okay, this guy, I'm expecting him to do something like that. As we're conversing, me and him, how guy he's now telling me about his past experiences, how he also got mugged one day, don't. All of a sudden, Mugai is like, also this happened to my wife. And I'm like, really, bro? Like, really? Ganjani, bro. Ganjani. Me and you are talking here, we're building. You tell me about. I don't know if he does that all the time or he's not the. I don't know. Probably he's I'm proud married kind of guy. Probably. And then that's when I looked at his hand. I saw the ring. I was like, oh, okay. He's off the market. Oh, like, yeah, this is not all that. And I'm like, okay, he got a wife. Then he's like, nah, my wife also got married. And when he started talking about his wife, I just totally zoned out. I totally zoned out. Bear in mind, I gave him that focus because he was like good looking. But my mind was like on my baby sister and also on him. But I can't leave a snack to go. Probably this is God's little way of putting two souls together. So I need to receive God's blessings. Kanda guys off the market. Ooh. So after he's like talking about his wife, I just zoomed out and then I couldn't like wait to get where I was going now because now he's official off the market. He's cute, but he's off the market, he's married. And yeah, that's that. Eventually I get to the mall. He drops me off right by the entrance. I pay the Uber guy and I like rush in. So I'm calling her as I'm rushing in. Bear in mind it's aftermath and it's busy. People have money, people have machangoras. So people are buying. And bear in mind the mall that she went to, ne, it's a mall whereby there is white people. About fun ban. Fun cake, fun ban. There's white people shopping in those malls. So people are going to Woolworths, it's packed. It's a pro kind of mall. So it's packed, like it's packed. People are doing hair, people are doing that. So I'm walking in and I pick up my phone. I'm like calling. I'm like, where are you? She's like, I'm right by the entrance. I'm like, I just walked in, but I can't see you. She's like, no, I say 8 I'm like, okay, I'm standing by City Pie. You'll get me there. Then she's like, oh, okay, I can see you. So I hang up and she comes to me. As much as she didn't cry, but you can see the distress in her. Like the thing that was stressing her the most was like in the same purse, there was my mom's money that my mom gave her to buy some stuff. So she hadn't yet bought those stuff when she got mad. So that was the first panic mode that she had. She had a bank card in there. So those were the things that were like, keeping her on her toes. Like, okay, like really, this just happened to me. And it was her first time. So in my mind, I was like, for me to like be scared right now. Being scared is not an option. I need to like man up and be an older sis and put myself together. And I was like, she was like, probably there's pins still around at the mall. So I'm like to her, once these people hit you, bruh, like they go. She's like, no, probably they're around. So I'm like, okay, just to come, like to conclude your thought, let's do a sweep of the mall. Sangena shop by shop, bruh. Bear in mind, I'm coming from work and I got my work bag like with me. I'm like that time I was like gangster mode. Mandoza kind of mood, bruh. I was like this, like anytime it's tea time. And I was like to her, you're gonna take this out, I'm gonna take this out. If you're gonna see the bitch, just scream my name. And I'll be there. I'll pounce. I'll be there. Like a bulletproof, bruh. Bear in mind, guys, I'm short, bruh. I'm short. I don't know how my height, but I'm quite short. So at that moment, bear in mind, I was like, short or not, I'm gonna pounce. Okay, here we are, shop by shop, Jet, Ackerman's, Macro. Like, there is no shop that we didn't go to. Even the Nasa Spades, bro, we entered just to see if she's there. We got done around 3, right? I got there around past 2. So around 3, we're done doing a full sweep of the mall. She was not there. So I was like, no, can you just go back to Mr. Price and I wanna see like the actual vid. We get to Mr. Price. So I'm like, okay, who assisted you? She's like, no, this it's not the security guard. It's some lady at the fitting room. I'm like, okay, child. We go inside. We asked to like see a vid, right? A footage. And then they're like, okay, why? And I'm like, no, her purse like got stolen at the at the shop, inside the shop. And then they were like, okay, chilled. And this other guy called this other lady to go and tell the manager they'd wanna see the footage. Yo, guys, I Mr. Price, bruh. Mr. Price, one thing I love about them, I love their jeans. I don't buy tops from Mr. Price. I just buy jeans only from Mr. Price and their bags. Sometimes when they got cute things, I buy. So my sis is a Mr. Price fan. Like everything of hers is Mr. Price on the T. She's a Mr. Price fan. So when they called this manager, you guys, I've never seen umama or rude ganj. Like I'm sorry to say, she is an elder, like him, but she was rude. Like I believe a person that when we came there, we didn't come there with. I didn't even come there with attitude. I didn't even come there to fight. I even took a vid because I knew that if I'm gonna tell the story, people are gonna try and defend this whole thing. Probably I got the wrong perspective of her behavior. I took a vid. I am gonna put it up so you guys can see what happened, what transpired. Like this lady was just like rude, guys. This lady was just like rude. But watch and tell me what you'll think. Good. E-wallet. E-wallet. Kuphi? La e-store. So i-footage ye-wallet ukuthi ilahleke e-store. Ngizothe e-store kuphi mina? Mina what I'm saying, le nto leyo futhi ayibheki kahle and i-wallet angeke ngiyithole basisi. We just want to see the footage, that's all. Footage pen. Fine, we won't get it, okay? Just want to see the footage. That's it. That camera now is not. She saw it. Eh? She was here. She saw it. I just want to see it. Who saw it? She did. She saw the camera. The footage. Nin. Bakubhekele. Then after. Ubonile ukuthi kwenzakaleni. Ubhekele ubani? Ulem. Kanti yenzakale nini le nto?
Today.
Around 2. Now it's 3. Okay, let me call the guy first. But you see the person who took it. Ngimbonile manje usisi bekathi uthatha iy'thobe maybe singambheka maybe singamthola. Yabona that time immediately manithanda ukuyibona ngaboma-2 it is the time la bekumele kuvele uzobaphuma. It was when you supposed to go maybe siye kuphi e-center ne, then e-center ikhona ukusikhomba the camera ya the whole mall. Niya-understand ukuthi if maybe aphumile la inside the store around the mall bebakhona ukumtrace ukuthi makabashongo bona le nto leyo abangitshelanga le nto leyo iyo le beyoba ngcono because that time uyibonile then wathula. So mina if bengikhona bengizobe ngishilo ukuthi okay uzobe uthatha isithombe then you go there, then after that ari kukho sithombe sami sa footage elayibonile
Saw footage.
and the money is an hour. Mina ile mina engisuggestayo mase ngiyazi ukuthi umuntu makangawathathile la already makaphuma la phumile. I'm not in problem abantu laba bashaya abantu izinto emolini immediately mabathatha maybe so in the janong is 1 hour 30 minutes. If upopile kunemali if so as you can see from the vid, Mama did not even greet us. I was like, Soundbonan. She didn't even respond to my greeting. She just went, video yan, footage yan, footage ban. Like, okay, why are you fighting? Why are you fighting, madam? We're not here to fight. So now I could see she came with this thing where like I'm not gonna show you any any footage, and she got to a point whereby she was so close to tell us that there was no footage. So when I said to her, my sister saw it, she's like, when? Was so bad. This one was like, no, some guy showed me, and then this when the guy the shoulder came up, and then this when we had to go and see the footage again. So my issue was that the man of approach from that lady, I didn't get her name, but her face is there. I didn't get her name, unfortunately. The man of approach was not nice. At the end of the day, we are customers. We are there with a complaint. We are there with something that happened in the store, right? You don't approach people like that, irregardless of your age, bruh. Irregardless of your age. If I was there to fight, I would not have greeted her. I would have said, I want the footage and go, sana, done. But I greeted her, I was like, can I have the footage? This is why I got to a point of saying, when she kept on saying, but you got finding it all. How do you say that, bro? How do you say that? So I was like to her, no, even if you don't get it, it's chilled. I just want to see what happened. That's it. Just show me what happened, and that's it. Whether we get it or not, I just want to see it. That's all. And the reason I wanted to see it, I wanted to bring content to you guys. I wanted to bring content to you guys so that you guys can actually have a feel of what happens at these like outlets when you get something stolen from you or something happens from you. What is their protocol? I believe that each and every single outlet, if something goes wrong or something happens, by a protocol or they have a way of doing things. So Umama, she kept on saying, okay, what did y'all do? Now she's asking the gentleman that showed my baby's the footage. She's like, no, we went out. He's like, no, we went out. We circled around the premises looking for the lady, but we didn't find her. So she was like, but you were supposed to take the picture and then take it to the center. Like there's a center, like more of like a help thingy at the mall, and they can show you the whole camera from the on the top thingy to show like mall yonke. I don't know what you guys call these things. Please comment down below what you call it. From the whole mall, like so that's what she was supposed to do. In my mind, I'm like, but and then she's like, no, but now it's already an hour later from the time it happened. Automatically, this person is no more in the mall anymore. The first came into my mind, I could sense foul play in this whole thing. If that is how protocol is done, and that guy was the manager at that time, why wasn't that done to my baby sis when this happened? They allowed her to leave the store with nothing, no case number, no nothing. There was like they didn't help her with anything, you guys. Mr. Price didn't help her with anything. They won't help her with anything. And this was at Southgate. This was at Southgate, Mr. Price. They didn't help her with anything, you guys. They let her go. They just showed her the footage and then they let her go. Just like that. Nothing was done. So for her to say it's an hour later, obviously this person is gone. Why didn't that guy assist her? So in my mind, the thing that came to my mind was like, yes, they work with these people. These people that steal things from us. But shop. Because it cannot be good to yenzeka into ekanje shop and you don't help a person at all, irregardless of the person's age. You don't do that. So I feel as if like the guy knows the lady that stole the purse, or some way somehow, or he was not in the mood to work. I don't know, but I felt as if like there was isandla semfene in the whole mix, you know. And then as you can see also from the vid that there were two ladies. One was a bit elderly. She was umama omdala, probably in her 40s, right? Probably in her 40s. Instead of them taking care of grandkids, they are here pickpocketing us. So it was an older lady within her 40s and a younger lady which was within her 30s. So what happened is they actually opened her bag and they took out her purse. You know when these people mabahamba ne bahamba no mood, like ngeke ubazwe bra, like you won't feel them when they take like things from you. You won't feel them. Kufanele labantu laba basejoburg la bayakushayisa and then mawuthi sorry oh sorry nginankinga, then your money disappears. That's how they work. They're able to sense, or they're able to when ngathi ube stupid ingqondo vele ilale nje, and you cannot be able to react at that moment. Banjalo. There's something that they do to you that you can't feel anything. But when I look at that footage, no one can come to me and just open my bank account, my purse, and I don't react. And she did not even react. So at that moment, she also herself does not know what happened. She does not even recall of that moment. So that's when I knew that, you know what, there's something they used on her that made her so she cannot react at that time. So I was kind of pissed off by the lack of service. And then when we're done watching the footage, I think this is the one thing that actually got me very disgusted. When we were done watching the footage, I was like, "No, thank you," because I could see there was nothing. They were not even willing to assist me or anything. They were not, like, they didn't care. Like Southgate, Mr. Price, they didn't care. Southgate Mall, Mr. Price, they didn't care, bruh. Probably if I got my stuff stolen at Checkers or at Woolies, probably they would have done something better. But Mr. Price, like, they didn't care. So I just said, you know what, just contain myself, because I almost lost it. I was like, you know, contain myself. I was like, you know, thank you for showing us the footage. I got everything. Little do you know that I was recording the whole thing, was I wanted to keep this as proof that this is what we go through as consumers. This is what we face, right? As consumers at this particular outlet, right? And then from there, I said, you know, thank you for showing me the vid. Thank you so much. We'll take it further from here. It's okay, it's fine. As we are walking out from the office, from the footage office, they remained behind, the lady and the gentleman, and they were laughing. Bavele babhamuka bahleka abantu, they were laughing. Kwa, 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 kwa. Okay, bahlekani. What are they laughing for? We just lost something. What are they laughing? They didn't even have the decency to say, okay, now case number, this is the way of following up with Mr. Price. Or they didn't do that. They just stayed behind and laughed. That is when it clicked to me that these people, like Emma outlets, they work together with people that work inside the store. They work with people that work inside the store. This is not the first time that it has happened in their store. This is not the last time it's going to happen in their store. But they have a way of covering things up. The same way the lady was hesitant to show us the footage. The same way most people get their stuff stolen and don't get assisted with no footage. Remember, bear in mind, their footage, I'm sure there is a time where it expires and it overwrites itself. So they always have access to that. They can always deny and say that their thing never happened, or the footage has expired, or I have never said that. That is why I took videos as proof that, no, this is the service that I received. And then from there, I was a bit hungry. I bear in mind I just came back from work and here my Rambo manj at the mall. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, just console yourself, be a child. So I had to go and withdraw money for us to get back home. And then I get to Pep. It's packed, bro. The line was packed. And then as I'm at Pep, Escom, load shedding same time. How? My security back kitchen, they're closing the door. They're asking us to all move to the front. I've never had experience whereby electricity would go at a mall. Never. Ever, ever, ever. You know? So they asking us to all of us move to the center of the shop in the front, and we're all moving there. And then they let us like out one by one out of the store. So I think some shops they don't have generators in. They close for that time until electricity comes back. Because I heard them saying, "Well, so I think that's how they work. I'm not sure. So I couldn't get out money from Pep. We had to go to the ATM. She's like, let's go to the ATM. So we had to go to the ATM. As I'm at the ATM, bear in mind it's dark at the area where we at Western Bank. It's dark, and the only thing that's bringing out the light it's the ATMs itself. There's like five of them. So there's this zigzag thing long and I'll go yeah before figure ATM in. So it's my baby sits in front of me. It's me behind her. There's this lady that just comes and she squeezes herself like in front of me and she stands in front of me. So I think because I could see that she wanted me to speak. And I was like, console yourself, comrade. Console yourself. And I consoled myself. That's bad. That's bad. So before now it's she moves. Then now it's her turn. She's like, I was up deposit. And I just looked at her, I was like, I didn't say anything, I just lowered my head. I was like, and then she's like, Joe. And I was like, just walked past her, just went to straight to ATM. I think in her response, she wanted me to respond, then my money can be taken. You know those people when banjalo, when they like bump you or say something to you, and then you respond, your money disappears. She's those people. But she ended up not going to the ATM. She ended up leaving. And she asked like a random guy that was passing to come and help her. But she security guard apparently like at the entrance. The security guard works as in a bank. He knows how to do these things, but you're asking a random person to rely on. So that for me was like foul play already. So I was like, it's not getting, I don't know anything. Took my money, was going to a taxi rank. As I'm going to a taxi rank, we get to the pie city. I wanted to buy pie. Unfortunately, their speed point wasn't working because of load shedding. Bama. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna eat when I get home. Because that time it was around 5. Imagine I was there from the mall since from past 2 till 5. Okay, fine, we get into the taxi. Quantum, bruh. I said my sister sits behind me. So I'm sitting with these other two kids, right? So here we are. We pay night. I put on my headsets. The cruise is nice, the journey is nice. Until we get to one of the locations where the whereby let's khona abantu. Ne? Mabaqala ukwehlisa khona abantu, there's a couple that boarded our taxi. Ha! Yo engizange ngabona into ejame kanje. Guys, before I say this, I'm not a hater of love. I'm like, yo, I love people that abajolayo, people that are in the lovings. I'm happy for you guys. I'm not a hater of love. But yeah, who's fine zenu. Jwang. Who's fine zenu, guys. I don't know why you're like putting us in your love affairs. Guys, you need to stop this. So here we are, this couple by a combi, but like it was just like a local. Bayagibela. Bayagibela kanjalo. Guy, the boyfriend, he decides to sit in front with the driver. And the girl like gets in the back. She's like, how man young she? She's at the door. They're quite time waiting for her to close the door so that we can leave. She's telling them, how man young she? The boyfriend's already seated like in front. And then the boyfriend is like, I ungabasuhlangana. Okay. Okay, la hambe hlale back seat. Okay, sihambe. Imali yokubhadala phela abantu manje abantu belocal. Girl, she's in the back seat near the quantum. Guy, he's in the front with the driver. Girl, baba ke, imalini. Yeah. How? Amphenduli 10 rand. Baba ke, ngibhadala uzobhadala. Ungabhadala. Baba ke, imali sengiyiphathisile lapho. Hawu. Baba ke, uyitholile imali. Yo, Jean, kunjani bro? So much lovings. Like we get it, umuntu wakho. We don't want him. He's yours. Like I don't know how many times did I have to hear that word. Baba ke, Baba ke. Guys. Ngenze nje usifenda benzeni zokujoyina. Okay, ngicela nje usibambisa amakhandlela nasemateksini. Like my point was like, okay, why are you screaming? And she was starting like now to ask ridiculous questions. Baba ke imali uyitholile. Baba ke sihle Shoprite. Baba ke Baba ke bo. And you can see the guy was like a bit annoyed. And he was a bit like embarrassed. Was, hey, why is my hand doing this? And then we actually get off. We actually both got off at the very same place. Now, baba ke bayehla ke nabo. Agele bayehla mele ugayi. How? Mabehla njalo emona ugele for sombamba ugayi isandla. Ugayi you can see ukuthi phela he's a Zulu guy. They don't like this holding hands in public kind of thing. How? Yambona amfasa ukubamba isandla. I'm like, yeah. So we end up crossing the robots and we're on our way coming home. We're walking now. As we got here, get home, we explained to my mom what happened. My mom was a bit like, she was understanding like it was not her fault. It was like it's something that can happen to anyone. Like these things you don't plan for it. Before we got home, hey, this one, we in the taxi. Sorry to take your back, guys. We're in the taxi, so we passed this place. Let's see, it's heaven kind of. No munyu mama, dagiwe so by two mama no baba. I think husband and wife. This lady, she's so drunk, uphethe ngudu so. Uphethe like black lene. Ubambe so ngekhwapha. Ujive uthi move ngestep esiyi-1 nje kuphela. You can see ukuthi uphelile ne, but in her heart she says she just holds over this bottle. I am never gonna let it fall. Never. Nyale Satan. She's like this. And the beat of the song ne gudlung 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 gudlung. Yena la ngathi ususentweni mfana. Like I wanted to laugh, ne? But at that moment, because I was so tired, I was like, let me just contain myself. So when we got home, here my sister and we reminiscing about the day. Then she brings up the same lady, where P. And I'm like, you also saw her. So we started laughing about it. And we started laughing about the couple back in the taxi. So we ended up, like comforting her because her mental health, like mental up, she was still in shock at the time. And she had like a bit of palpitations going on. So we had to comfort her and tell her, it's fine. Like the money I can replace. Money ain't a problem, bro. Money ain't a problem. Like you can spend money and get more money. So it's not a problem. And then we comforted her and made her feel better. So you guys, that's what happened. Hey, that's how my sister's purse got stolen at me surprise. Like, yeah, that's what happened, you guys. So, and I've heard that these people are becoming even more, this like an everyday kind of thing. So, guys, please be careful. Please be on the lookout. Like, especially you guys that like carrying amabheka amakhulu ngathi nemalundi nisabuye manema mall. Don't do that, you guys. It's best if you just rather take your card and then know that if you want to buy something at the mall, you're gonna swipe. This thing of going with large amounts of money to the malls or to a shopping center. Oh, sorry, you guys. So you're going with large amounts of money to a shopping center. It's not nice. It's not good. So please be careful. There's a lot of kidnappings going on. There's a lot of human trafficking going on. I will upload some pictures as well of the lady that took the purse. Probably if anyone knows her, but by a mask, even though they say there's no mask needed, but she was wearing a mask. So yeah, you guys, that's the end of the story. If you've watched till this far, thank you. Thank you. And as I always say, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Tell your neighbor to tell their neighbors that come take a break with Shukrani Mbwana. And from me to you with love, come take a break with Shukrani Mbwana.
I know we only met tonight, but girl, come over. Girl, come over. If you wanna stay, you can spend the night.